What's up, people? Wow, since I made a video. It's been a while since I made a video. Um, the company that I was working with wasn't going too good. It wasn't going too good. You know, in the oil field industry, you got your ups and your downs, just like any other industry. But you feel it more in the oil business. When it's good, it's good, and when it's down, it's down. So you know, if you come out here to the oil field, whatever it may be, hauling frac sand, hauling water, oil, or you just get on a rig and you work as a roustabout or floor hand or slick line or helper or something like that. Anything in the oil field, whatever you do in the oil field, you my best advice that I can give anybody is to stack your chips. Um, yeah, you make good money in the oil field. You'll come up quick, very quick. Man, it's common for regular floor hand, somebody that don't know anything about oil field. Let's just say oil field with the trucking to the side. Um, a regular floor hand that doesn't know anything about oil, never done, never been on a rig before. You can average in about 12 to 1,500 a week. That's not knowing anything at all. But you know, if you're hauling frac sand, low end, you average in about 15 2,000 a week. But like I said, oil field is there's a lot of politics involved in the oil field. So at any given moment, it could be it could be booming. It's not booming yet. The boom ain't started. We're just getting ready for the boom. Everybody's working. We're working, but the boom's not going on yet. But so you could be, you know, making good loads, getting averaging in 3 4 loads a day, or 3 loads a day, and then one for the next day. It can be all good for a week, 2 weeks, a month. Next thing you know, from one goes down, and you'll know once you unload at a well site and you text your dispatcher and they tell you to go on standby. Standby is never a good thing, you know. So yeah, this last month and a half, it's been slow, man. I mean, I was working out in South Texas, right? I was working in Gonzales, San Antonio. No, we go through San Antonio to go get loaded. Working Gonzales, close to the Victoria area. We're about 45 minutes away from the coast, about 30 40 minutes away from the coast, Corpus Christi. Um, yeah, the way that the where they had us loading at. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing. This is what's going on. Okay, you got one company, one you got one oil field company. For say the company that I was working with was called EOG. That's the oil field company that we were contracted to. All right. So and then they have their I've said it before. I've said all this before on another video also. They have they contract their work to another party. They got their main. They got their main uh, truck driving company that they bring in. Which one of them was Chalk Mountain. The company that we work with, EOG. Just about all the wells, or all the wells that I worked on, were EOG was their main sand hauler. That was the company that they picked. So EOG is the main. If anybody gets contracts from EOG, Chalk Mountain's going to be the first contractor that they call. So you got EOG well. You got an EOG well, and they have a Chalk Mountain. They have a Chalk Mountain coordinator, and he's the guy. If you watch my other videos, he's the guy that's backing you in, telling you which way to turn the tire, telling you to stop. He's the main one at that well. He says what goes and what don't. If he says you're not unloading, then you're not going to unload. And if he says pack your shit up, get off the pad, that's what you got to do. Otherwise, you put yourself as well as your company in jeopardy. You don't want to fuck up, man. You don't want to fuck up. What the coordinators say at these wells, that's what goes, even if you agree with it or not. Okay, so the going rate, for these wells, for these loads is let me see, 0 to 100 miles pays the truck $650. You get 25% off of that, depending on which company you work with. The average is 25. Some do set 27. Some do 30%. But then whatever company you go with, you got to make sure if you're getting paid off of the gross or off of the net. Off of the gross, if you get paid off of the gross, that means you get paid as the driver. You get paid before they pay for the insurance, before they pay for the fuel, before the owner pays himself, before any of that, before taxes. You get paid first. That's getting paid off of the top or off of the gross. So 0 to 100 miles pays the truck $650, and this is the going average. $650. That pays the truck $650. You make 25% off of that. Okay, 101 to 250, I believe, pays the truck $750. You make 25% off of that. And 250. And anything over 250 miles, pays the truck $900. And you make 25% off of that. So let's say your first load is 45 miles. Okay. So that's within the 100-mile range. So you get 650. You get 25% off of 650. Your second load is 250 miles out. The truck makes $900. You get 25% off of that. I don't remember what the percentage is as far as what you get paid as a driver, but what I was getting paid was like $160 a load. And that fell in between the 101 to 250 mile range. Also, if you have loads that are far, but not quite the 250, like when we were loading out of Erna, Texas, that was 3 hours away. Those loads paid. Those loads were paying us $250. I think that's what it was. The 900. The 25% from 900 was 250. So yeah, which, I mean, it's good money, but when you gotta drive 3 miles out, and 3 miles back, hours. So you only have 5 hours left to drive. So 3 out of those 5 hours, you go get loaded. You can't drop it off. You ain't got no time. So that's where I stand on that. It got down to where I was only making one load, $250 a day. It's money. It's money, yeah. But it's not, you know, what I was making when I first started out. And like I said, you got the good in the bag with the oil field and the oil field. Oh, this is what I was telling y'all. This is what the point that I was trying to make, and I'll say it on another video also. Okay, so say like the average loads that we were making, I was making like three. Let's say at the minimum three, because that's anybody can make three loads. If you ain't making three loads, shit, man, you ain't working. Might as well pack it up, go home, because you ain't making no money out there. If you're satisfied with one load or two loads, man, might as well give the keys to somebody else that's hungry. So let's say three loads at the minimum, because anybody can make three loads, and that's not even trying, man. That's just working regular. So that's 160 times three. 160 times three. That's $480. $480. Not even trying. $480. Actually, a little more. Not too much more. Just a little bit more. $480. Not even trying, man. Just driving, man. You go get your load. Take it to the well. Unload. Go get another load. $480. Not trying. That's for you as the driver. Okay. So if you got loads that are close, right? You got loads that are close. Shit, man. You want those close loads. I mean, you want any load, but you know, if you get sent to a well that's close within 100 miles, damn, that's quick. What was it, like 125, something like that? So if you do one load in 30-40 minutes, damn, that's your drive right there, man. You're like, damn, that's your drive. Oh, damn, this I got the shipper's only 30-40 minutes away. Got to take it out to the well, 30-40 minutes away. Damn, let's see how many loads I can get. So you're gonna hustle. That's your drive right there. As soon as you get a short load, a short haul, that's when you're gonna be like, man, let me see how many loads I can get. You take advantage of that shit, man. You take advantage of it. Sometimes there's been times when I've done 5 or 6 loads, and then have one for the next day. So it's like that sometimes, man. You can make 800, over $1,000 easily, depending on where your load is at, where it's coming from, where it's coming out of, and where it's going. Okay, so this is the thing. You got companies like Chalk Mountain. You got companies like Chalk Mountain, companies like Vista. They get paid. Their drivers get paid hourly, and they get compensated pretty well too. I think they get paid like $17 to $30 an hour. $17 to $30 an hour. So whether they get one load or two loads or three loads, they're getting paid the same. You know what I mean? So the thing there is they're not gonna hustle as hard as the guy that gets paid by the load. And they're like, fuck. I've asked many hourly company drivers, hey man, because I just wanted to know, if you work 12-hour shifts, how many loads can you get? And they've told me, I've only asked a few already, because I already know what the answer is going to be if I ask another company driver. Hey bro, how many loads do y'all average in? How many loads can y'all get? Then this is what they told me. So, shit, man, it's all the same. One load, two loads, three loads, I'm getting paid the same thing anyway, so I'm good with one load. And if you come out here to the oil field and you pay attention, you'll see all these, and you'll know them. You'll know them too. Maybe not right off the back if you're new to the oil field, But you know, out in the field, you'll know. Okay, so that's Vista. Okay, those are company drivers. You know, that's Chalk Mountain. Those are company drivers, and you'll see them out at the field, at the well, and then you'll also see them parked all over town, whatever area you're working at. They're parked at truck stops, behind behind convenience stores, at the gas pump, just chilling. Sometimes you see them huddled up, three or four of them in a group, just talking. I don't give a fuck. They're getting paid. Like they told me, one load, two load, three load, it's all the same. We're getting paid. So when you get a company like my company or any other uh, company that's leased on, not leased on, that's got a contract with that company, EOG, and you got drivers that are about their money. You know, there's company drivers out there that are about their money, or even though they know in the back of their mind they're getting paid the same. Three loads, one load, it's all the same. But still, there's some drivers out there that pride in their work. You know, they just there's some people that they got to work, or they just don't want to. There's some people that don't just want to be out kicking back on the side of the store, you know, just milking the clock. You know, I've seen them. I've seen them out there. You know, they're about getting how many loads they can get, even though they're hourly, and even though they're getting paid the same, one load or two loads. So those drivers, they average in about 1,500, about 1,500 a week. So, you know, easily, let's say an easy 3,000, maybe 2,500, maybe 2,000, somewhere around there. It's still good. You know, that's still good money for a company driver. So see, that's where the thing is right there. Well, you got a company like EOG, and they say, you know what? Let's let's contract this company out. Let's contract some work out to Chalk Mountain, and let's contract work out to Vista. The reason they do that is because it's less that they have to pay. You know, they have a what's it called, a salary per se worked out with them. You know, or for a month or a year, whatever. Maybe the whole damn contract, maybe the whole contract for the whole well, or however long the well's gonna last, or whatever. So it's less money that they're paying out. So, and our dispatcher, the one that dispatched us, was a Chalk Mountain dispatcher. So if you have a third party company, like the company that I was working with, or any other third party company, Rickman, uh, you got Rowdy Farms, you got a 1845, you got a Shin, you got Hearn, you got my company, you got all these companies, right? And they run hard. So they say, damn, this one driver made three loads at 750. So they have to pay that truck 750 times three. That's 15, 7, 21, 22, $2,250 for that one truck that averages, like I said, it's easy to get three loads in a day. So they got to pay that truck, that company that owns that truck, $250 for that day. That's just one truck. Okay. Now let's say that company has my company had we had 10 drivers out there at one time. So there you go. There you go. You do the math. 2,250 times 10 drivers. What is that? How much is that? Let's see. 50, 10, 0, 0, 5, 2, 2. That's $22,500 in one day that EOG has to pay that one company that their drivers get paid per load. That's just one company. Multiply that by however many companies work with that with on that well. Let's say it's an average of four companies. So now you're gonna do 22,000 times 22,500 times 4, and that's 0 0 22 8 9 10. That's 10 4 8 9. That's $90,000. That's $90,000, and that's off the average that each driver makes. Three loads a day. That's the average. That's not even working, man. That's just like, you know what? I'm gonna kick. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I'm gonna take it easy today. I'm only gonna do 3 loads. That's the average. If you ain't doing 3 loads, you ain't doing shit. Might as well go home. So yeah. So so when that happens, you got all these third party companies that come in and they're busting ass. They're getting those loads in. See, the thing is, we hustle. The third party companies that get paid by the load, we hustle. I'm not gonna say we hustle more. We hustle because the more loads we make, the more money we make. There's drivers like me that they get a rush off of that shit, man. They get a rush off of, damn, one load, $160. Damn, 2 loads, a little over $300 in less than 2-3 hours. Shit, man, that's your rush right there, man. That's your motivation. That's my motivation. That's my rush. So when you got third party companies coming in, and they're making other companies like Chalk Mountain, basically. Because like I said, EOG contracts Chalk Mountain to do their wells. Their dispatcher are all EOG wells, whether you're a third party company, whatever, Vista, Chalk Mountain, whatever company you're working with, you're gonna get dispatched by an EOG dispatcher. So whenever a third party company like mine comes in, and we're fucking running loads back and forth, back and forth. That's all we're doing, just running low. We don't got no time to stop at the store, take a shit, and bullshit. Man, we ain't even fuel up, man. We fuel up at the end of the day, at the end of the night, right before you shut it down. That's when you fuel up. Some people do it in the morning. I do it at the end of the day. When I shut it down, that's when I fuel up. So that way, the next day when I'm ready to roll again, shit, all I gotta do is my pre-trip and I'm gone. So let's say they'll run us back and forth, 30, 40-minute loads or trips, right? And we're busting them out. Do 1 load, 2 load, 3 loads, four loads for one driver. The next driver, 1 load, 2 load, 3 loads, 4 loads, 2 drivers. Then another driver, then another company with the same thing, 1 load, 2, 3, 4 loads. While you got a Chalk Mountain, the main trucking company that they got contracted, they're only getting 1 load a day because they get paid the same amount of money. 1 load, 2 load, or 3 loads, they're getting paid the same. So why are they gonna bust their ass? That's not all of them, man. Some of those Chalk Mountain Vista drivers, they're about their money. I mean, they're out there, some of them they're just there to get that paycheck. If I was a company driver, if I was an hourly company driver, That's what I would do. I wouldn't look at it as a. I wouldn't treat it like an hourly job. I'd still try to hustle because you're honing in. You're honing in on your capabilities. You got to think. If you're a company driver, you still got to think because you're getting paid by the load. So that way you excel and progress in your work in your craft. That's what I was doing. I was hauling water. I was getting paid $20 an hour without haul one load, two load, three loads for the day. Okay, I wouldn't treat it like an hourly job. I would run back and forth. Pa pa pa. Uh, I go load unload a frac tank or get a load from a frac tank, take it to the disposal. I wouldn't bullshit with the people at the disposal. Some people sit there and watch movies, man. They'll sit there and watch movies, and you know they'll be all buddy buddy with the people at the saltwater disposals, eating the food, free food, and all that. That's fine and dandy. I mean, I bullshitted with them, and I'd watch movies, but I wouldn't stay there till the movie was finished. As soon as my truck was unloaded, and I say, "Hey, you ready?" I'm out of there. I'm gonna go get another load. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. The same thing. Sometimes I wouldn't even go inside. I just go inside and do my paperwork. Go sit back in my truck, and I'll be looking back in the back. As soon as that dude was disconnecting my truck, as soon as he was disconnecting his hose from my truck and buttoning everything up, shit, I already had the clutch in. I already had the clutch in. Had it. I'm ready to go. Have it in first, a second, third, clutch in, ready to go. Hand on the horn. Okay, let me get out of here. Honk. I need to go make some money. Even though I'm getting paid the same, I want to know. I want to see how many loads I can get. That's only going to make you better. So that's the thing that I was. It just got too damn slow, man. Where I was working at. Man, I know that's the nature of the business. Got down to making one load a day, $250 a day, and then I'd be on standby. After you get unloaded, I'd be on standby. So I'll go standby 1 or 2 hours. Go on standby. Fuck, man. Then I gotta be on the phone. Hey, what's up, man? Do I got a place to go or what? And they got so many. Those dispatchers got so many people, so many drivers calling in and all that. It's crazy up in there, man. It's crazy. They don't. They're not. They got so much stuff going on in there. You can't wait for the dispatcher to call you. Say, hey, you know what? I'll give you a call whenever a well's open or the well's going or something. Man, they're dealing with all these other drivers out there that are calling in, texting. You first you text. You text. You wait about 15 minutes. If you don't get nothing, you text again. Wait another 10 minutes. Okay. If you don't hear nothing, text again. Wait 10 minutes. Then the third time, or actually, yeah, by the third time, if you don't hear nothing, you call him. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on with the wells? Y'all got a place for me to unload, or am I gonna go load, or what's going on? And they say, oh, just go on standby. You got to know what's going on. Well, you don't got to. Some people are like, okay, stand by, all right. I'll take a nap, play some games, eat some food, bullshit with my co-drivers. Fuck no, man. Those dudes don't pay my bills. I'm out there for a purpose. If I'm gonna be out there 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks at a time, I'm gonna make my time worth it, man. I'm not gonna be sitting around standby 2 hours. You unload, go on standby for 2 hours. Hey, what's up? What's up, man? Am I going somewhere or what? Yeah, you're still on standby. Call back 30 minutes. What's up? Any word? Anything good? Yeah, no, everything's slow right now. 30 minutes later, hey, what's up? Oh yeah. Go load or go unload over here. Fuck, man. How long did you know that I was able to start rolling? That's why you got to be on top of that shit, man. Because they're not gonna say, "Oh, let me call a truck driver XYZ, let them know, oh, hey, there's well open over here, this well's up and going. Yeah, go ahead and unload over there, go load up over there or whatever." They don't care about that shit, man. You're not paying their bills. I mean, they're not making money off of you. They're getting paid regardless. To answer that phone, that's what they get. They get paid salary. Some of them. Some of them. So yeah, man, it just got too slow. So right now, what I'm doing, I quit my I quit my job last week. I didn't make no videos because I didn't have no content to put out, man. What am I gonna do? Uh, Make a video? Yeah, we're on standby right now. It's slow. We're only making one load a day. I made a video like that. I'm not gonna drone on about it. So right now I'm in between jobs right now. I'm still gonna in the works. It's in the works. I still plan on going. Um, Still plan on going doing the sand hauling thing because that's damn good money, man. If you don't know about sand hauling, ask a sand hauler. They'll tell you the truth. So for right now, I'm working. I put an application in with the flatbedding company, and I got approved. And I can roll out as soon as I'm ready. But the thing is, I took my physical about a month ago, and I'm good for 2 years. But this company that I'm gonna go with, they do their own physical. So a guy my size, my blood pressure is gonna be high one day, it's gonna be normal the next day, it's gonna be good one day, not. So for right now, I talked to that one company, that flatbedding company. I told them that I'd be ready in about 3 or 4 weeks. Let me regulate my pressure. Let me regulate my pressure. That way, when I head out there and I do the physical, I know for sure my blood pressure is going to be down where it needs to be at. I don't got to be worried about, oh shit, man. I hope my blood pressure is not high. So right now, in the meantime, I'm working with a little asphalt company. If you don't know what asphalt is, it's roads. Those new, you see those brand new roads? They're black, real nice and pretty. Let's say like the airport. You ever been to an airport? That stuff's just like black as can be, and it's just nice, man. You don't even want to drive on it because it's so pretty. So right now I'm working on a. I'll make a video tomorrow. Short, it'll be a short video because I can't, because I'll be working, man. I don't want to, I don't want to be sitting out there making videos while everybody's fucking working. So yeah, I'm working with a little asphalt company. The company, the first, let me say this: the company that I was working with, sand hauling. That company, the truck that I was driving was an automatic. I tested out when I got my CDO on a 10 speed manual transmission. But all the jobs that I've had after the first job I had after I got my CDL was an automatic, and I did that for a year. The second job that I had after I got my CD, after I did that, was where I was hauling water for a company called Gravity out of Big Lake, Texas. So if you want to get into the oil field, hit this company up right here, Gravity. They're all over the place. Um, they'll give you a chance. I told my supervisor, the guy that hired me, Victor de la Garza. I told him, I said, hey Victor, I says, man, I wanna drive. So I wanna drive. So I'm not gonna tell you that I'm a badass trucker, that I can shift and all that. I'm gonna tell you that I tested out in a manual transmission truck, but for the last year I've been driving an automatic. So all the little bit that I learned in manual, you know, it left me. He said, yeah, it's all right, man. He was like, that's okay. He said, I like you being honest with me. We'll give you a shot. So they gave me a shot. They trained me with gravity. I learned how to float gears. float gears, no clutch, no double clutching, just float. You get to a certain your RPM, your timing, your RPM and speed. You know where it needs to be at, what gear, what speed. So when I was getting decent at that and not grinding gears, it got real slow. Right about the same time when I was getting good at floating gears, at downshifting. Upshifting is no problem. Anybody can upshift. It's a downshift that takes a little bit more skill and finesse. So when I was getting decent at that, it got real slow, man. All the trucks started to break down. They started to have more drivers than they had trucks. The yard where I was at, they got all the other yards hand me down trucks. When all the other yards got brand new trucks, they gave us the trucks that instead of those trucks going to the boneyard, they'd come to our yard. We use them up for a few months till they wouldn't run no more. And shit, you know what? This truck ain't no good. Let's park. Let's make a boneyard. Yeah, man, they had plenty of trucks out there just sitting. They take parts off of them. Oh, the transmission is no good on this truck, but the rear differential is, or the pump's good. So whatever. That truck has a blown engine, but the radiator's good, or something like that. So that's when I started. That's when I went to Holland Sand. At that point, when it got real slow like that with gravity, I got decent at floating gears where I could be like, you know what? I can go to the company and I'll pass that driving test, Oh, you need me to go around the block? Go around the block, go drive for a few miles, upshift, downshift. Okay, no problem. That's how confident I was. But when I got on with the company that I was with previously, as of a week ago, man, they put me in an automatic. I was kind of bummed out. I was like, damn, man. So that means I'm gonna get used to this automatic. And everything that I was learning, floating gears, upshifting, downshifting, it's gonna start to fade away. So now I'm at the point where I quit my job. I quit, man. I just got fed up, man. I got fed up, man. So you can only take so much. And like one of my friends, Jay Rich, she talks about on some of her last videos, she talks about making decisions off emotions. That's what I did. But my emotions have been off going for like a month. It wasn't like 1 week, oh, it's slow. The next week, oh, it's slow. I'm gonna quit. It wasn't like that. No, it'd been going on for like 2 months because it started getting 1 week. It'd be slow. It'd be good for like 3 days. Then 2 days, it get real fucking slow, man. Then it get good for 2 days. Then real slow. I couldn't do that, man. I couldn't do that. There's other companies out there that that work. I saw them, man. I saw them while we were out there. While we're out there staged up somewhere, waiting to get dispatched. They're up there running back and forth, back and forth. So I quit my job, and I hit up this ad on Craigslist. I stay in San Angelo, Texas. So the ad on Craigslist said asphalt crew needed. Oh, first I hit up that one flatbed company I was telling you about. They say, you've been your application was approved. So we're ready as soon as you're ready. As soon as you're ready to come down here, give me a call. It's all right. I'm telling them, you know what? And they have they'll train me. I told them, I said, I'm straight up honest, because I don't want to go to a company and have them expect more than what I'm able to produce, and what I'm able to give. I don't want to say, hey, yeah, I can move that truck. Yeah, yeah, I'm a super trucker, whatever. I can move it, I can move it, but shit, I'm rusty, man. I'm not gonna move that shit without grinding gears a few times. It's gonna take me an hour or 2 hours to get back into the rhythm. So this flatbed company that I talked to, that approved me, and says, yeah, we'll work with you. I told them, I says, man, This is what happened. I tested out an automatic truck. I tested out on a manual truck. First job that I had for 1 year was an automatic truck. So I lost everything that I knew as far as stick. Then I did the hauling water. When I was getting good at shifting, that shit fizzled out. So now I'm back in the automatic truck. I've been doing that for the last 6, 7 months. So I told him, I said, I can move the truck. I said, but I'm gonna need a refresher course. So yeah, okay, we can work with you. So in the time being, I'm working with this asphalt company, and I'll be driving a. I'll be driving from time to time. I'll be driving a little tanker asphalt tar sprayer type deal, and it's a 10 speed manual transmission. So that's a plus right there. You know what I mean? So by the time I go to this other company, it's all up in the air right now. Let's say I get behind this wheel, this little tanker straight truck, little tanker tar sprayer, whatever it is. Shit, and I start off where I left off as far as floating gears. Like, oh shit, man, I still got it. Then I'll go to another sand hauling company. So yeah, it's still all up in the air right now as far as what I'm gonna do. This job that I got right now, it's only gonna be for like 2 or 3 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks for me to get my blood pressure down. Cause man, I don't do labor no more. I did labor. I did laborers work because that's what you got to do sometimes. You know what I mean? But doing that, getting that laborer's job, the first I worked today, and I didn't drive a truck today. I was cutting down trees. I was cutting down trees, manning a shovel, just cutting up concrete curb. And I worked today, man. I don't want to work like that shit no more. That's why I got my CDL. But that's sometimes what you need. You need something like that to snap you back to reality, make you realize what what you have, man. Made me evaluate my CDO even more because I don't want to go back to fucking. I don't want to go back to manning a shovel. That shit's for the birds. I could do it, man. I don't want to do that shit no more, man. I could do it, and I'll do it for myself or for a friend. But as far as working for somebody else, making them the money when you get paid peanuts, nah, man. Shit, man. But me, I gotta work. I can't be just sitting at home not doing nothing. Even though I got approved for this flatbed company, I still gotta move around. I can't just be at home, man. I can't be at home. I gotta move. Gotta move around. I gotta be doing something. Gotta be fixing something or tearing something up. That's what I do. But so that's where I'm at now. I want to let y'all know what's going on with me. And like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do after this asphalt company job. Um, I might either go to this flatbed company or I might go to another sand hauling company. But this is the kicker right here. If I go to this flatbed company that I'm telling you about, I'm going with them because they already know my situation. So, oh, okay, so this dude's been behind. He's driven a manual transmission. So yeah, they'll train me for 3 weeks, for 3 or 4 weeks. Let me get back into the rhythm of everything. Shit, man. And once I get back into the rhythm, and I know I can shift and float gears, up shift, down shift, go up and down mountains, no problem. And I know that if I quit or if something else comes along and I don't touch a manual for like 6 to 7 months, and then finally I get another job that's manual, and I know that I can pick up where I left off. That's I'm gonna go back to sand. Regardless, this flatbed gig, I'm only gonna do it for a little bit, just till I'm at least 6 months to maybe a year. 6 months to a year, maybe. I don't know. I don't know yet. I love hauling sand. I love the money, man. Money's fucking awesome, man. Like I said, if you don't know about sand hauling and the money that you can bring in, ask a sand hauler. Shit, man, they're not gonna lie to you, man. Why we gotta lie to you? Why we gotta talk about money we ain't making, man? That shit don't do nothing for you, man. The money that I make, the money that I talk about in my other videos, that money that I talk about, that's money that I've made. It's damn good money. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow, maybe. Make a video tomorrow, maybe. Show y'all what I got going on. Show y'all what I got going on at this asphalt. This asphalt gig. Fucking work, man. It's work. Sometimes what somebody needs, man. At times somebody needs to get snapped back to reality. Like, fuck, man, this is what you were doing before you got your CDL. You gotta get back to trucking. All right, yo, I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna go take another shower because it fucking got hot. I'm gonna go watch some TV, kick back till I doze off. Later.